Welcome back. In this lesson, we will cover the most satisfying coloring technique: blending. When you blend colors, the rough lines between the different pigments and strokes are smoothed out. You might have finished coloring your page without blending, and that's okay. But if you would like to have smoother transitions, if you don't like when the white page shows through your colors, you might want to consider taking an extra step and add blending. Keep in mind that the reward is a piece of art that looks way more appealing to the eye. In this lesson, we are coloring a page based on a mural located in Allapattah, Florida, created by street artist Luis Barros, and found in the Ultimate Street Art Coloring Book. Now that the page is colored, let's look at a few ways to blend the colors. There are different blending techniques. Some methods involve the use of additional supplies, some do not. It's vital to try out each method elsewhere before applying it to your page. Also, make sure to have enough layers of color before you move to color blending. Pencil blending. Every time you lay one color on top of another, you're blending. It's the easiest and most natural way to blend coloring pencils. It's also the foundation for all other blending techniques you're about to see. Now that we layered our colors, let's look at a method to blend even further, still using your coloring pencils. It's called burnishing. Burnishing is a blending technique in which you use heavy pressure to rub layers of color together. It's like a level up to layering. As you apply more layers of color, gradually apply more pressure to place wax on the paper. It removes the remaining white page that shows through, leaving only the color visible. This will make your coloring look polished and professional. It's actually very straightforward. Move your pencil in a small circular or linear motion, using more pressure than before. But be careful with the pressure. Press only as hard as you need to get the color on the paper. A good rule of thumb: your hand shouldn't hurt while pressing. We've used a red pencil for burnishing this area. But there are also different types of burnishing: saturation burnishing and tonal burnishing. The difference between saturation burnishing and standard burnishing is that you're using a neutral color to burnish instead of your primary color. It could be a white pencil or a variety of grays. In this area, we'll burnish with a white pencil. You can switch between your primary color and white. You should know that applying white may lighten and slightly desaturate your colors. That's why it's good to go over with a base color again. Another way is to use a gray pencil instead of white. It will desaturate the color, but won't lighten it as much. We'll blend the purple flowers with gray. Now, let's talk about tonal burnishing. The process is the same as the saturation burnishing technique. The only difference is that you use a toning color instead of neutral color. A toning color is a lighter shade of color used to smooth the pigments you previously layered together. It can be a similar shade to your base color, or it can be a totally different color from the color wheel. It all depends on what you want to achieve. We'll use a light yellow color to burnish this area. Again, switch between your toning color and your base color. Let's look at another blending technique. This time using additional supplies. Baby oil. Don't worry, nothing too fancy. All you need is baby oil and cotton swabs. We know it sounds odd, but this is actually quite a popular way of blending coloring pencils. And very affordable too. You might even already have them at home. You can surely find them at the closest store. Use cotton swabs to dab the baby oil over the colored surface, to get that perfect finishing touch. Use circular motions. It will eliminate pencil strokes, leaving you with a smooth surface. Unlike burnishing, this is a really quick way to blend your coloring pencil's colors. And quite useful for blending large areas too. Let's look at one more way to blend coloring pencils, using additional supplies. This time, using another typical, everyday home staple. Rubbing alcohol. Rubbing alcohol is an excellent handy trick. Use it to create a pleasant light blend. Painting brushes, cotton swabs, or cotton balls can be used to blend with rubbing alcohol easily. Apply it the same way as the baby oil. It's not as dense as oil, so be careful not to use too much and soak up the page. To get the best results, make sure the paper has a good amount of pigment before applying alcohol. Whether you choose to use baby oil or rubbing alcohol for blending, give it some time to dry before adding more layers on top. Let's blend the rest of the page, using different methods. Try out these blending tricks, and let us know which one is your favorite. The ultimate street art coloring book is not the typical dull, boring coloring book that ends up in the trash. Made with environmentally friendly, wood-free paper, these thick quality pages don't easily bleed. Color it with pencils, color it with markers or watercolors, color outside the lines. Color any way you like. Learn more at aimfulbooks.com.